Well, welcome to Computer Science in North Dakota. My name is Tabitha Teel, and I'm the Manager of Professional Learning and Outreach for NDIT EduTech. And with us, take it away, Beth.
Hi, I'm Beth Demke. I'm the Executive Director of North Dakota's Gateway to Science, and I'm also representing the North Dakota STEM ecosystem.
Okay, so on this slide, there are several different partnerships that North Dakota has forged, and we continue to do that. NDIT EduTech is the driving force behind what we're calling the PK, so pre-K 20W, so that's through the doctorate initiative. And we're closely work with all of these different stakeholders, and Beth is part of that, and she'll talk a little bit about that in just a minute here. And I just want to also state that Beth and I are not like the end all be all of what's going on in North Dakota. We're the ones that got called on in the last like 5 or 6 days to put this together. So this is what we know, and we know there's more out there in North Dakota. With our staff, along with being Code.org facilitators, we're the Code.org regional partner. We also work with what's called Cyberorg. And that is a company that has free curriculum similar to what Code.org has. It's more of a pull out, you can pull out lessons in there. And we also hold many different certifications such as ProSci Change Management, Train the Trainers, ISTE certifications, Microsoft Experts, and I guess I could go on. Whoops, sorry about that. And we were also the first training partners of Code.org. We work with Microsoft TechSpark, Microsoft Teels, and when you look at all these different things on here, Beth and I kind of overlap, and we partner quite extensively together with different projects. And we have NC WIT on here, the Women for Information and Technology. We also work with CSforAll, and these are all different things, working with like internships and apprenticeships, and work with Cisco Academy, with Esri. So these are all just different things that if you guys need information about what we're doing in North Dakota, especially if you're from North Dakota, let us know and we can help you out with that.
So from the North Dakota's Gateway to Science perspective, we really represent the informal side of computer science learning. So what I'm showing here is our Girls Who Code group. These clubs can be represented really anywhere within the state, anywhere across the nation. In fact, it's a national program. We started a group of grades 3 through 5 a couple of years ago, and those girls were so excited about it that we actually extended it and started another group for grades 6 and up, so that the girls that were graduating out of the first group would have another place to go. So now we have 2 clubs that meet every semester. And it's a really nice kind of team building group, as well as learning about code. There is curriculum for it. The program is completely free to the girls. So we do have to put time in for staff and so forth. We do have Microsoft supporting our staff time, and those cute little t-shirts that say "This girl can code." We actually have a young gentleman teaching the course right now, and he loves to wear his "This Girl Can Code" t-shirt right along with them. But very important to empower those girls to be able to code. That's just one of the clubs that we offer here at North Dakota's Gateway to Science. We also have a number of out-of-school time programs like our STEM camps, where coding, it plays a very large part. Things like Ozobots, you'll see in the second picture there, a very elaborate path for Sphero. We also get into a lot of data analysis. So a lot of times you think about computer science as, you know, students sitting at a computer, but when you're talking about informal education and with younger grades, you don't always need a computer at the table all the time. Sometimes it's thinking more like problem solving and trying to get kids to understand how a computer works or how you might talk to the computer and that communication. So what we do is get them thinking along those lines, even away from the computer, so that when they sit down to the computer, that coding is more of a natural process. Let's see. Now, and our Gateway to Science on the Go program is where we take our programs outside of the Science Center. We're located here in Bismarck, which is right in the middle of the state, but we serve the entire state. So we take our little van, you can see it pictured there, all across the state, taking programs like you could see an engineering program on the left. Hour of Code, we're often asked to go out and help with the Hour of Code programs that happen in December, where we'll send someone from our staff out to classrooms, or we'll do virtual programs, in classroom programs as well as online, just to, in a lot of cases, help to raise the comfort level of teachers. A lot of times the general public and you know, sometimes even administrators just assume that once you've educated a teacher in computer science, they are good to go. All you have to do is set them free in the classroom and they are ready to teach computer science. But oftentimes what we have found is that they need a little bit more help with that. They need someone to be with them, whether it's virtually or in the classroom, to give them that little extra level of confidence. Sometimes it's even just tech support to make sure that the equipment is working right and that every student is attended to as you're dealing with this new technology. But the other thing that I want to bring up too is that teachers need to be aware that because all of these out of school opportunities are available to students, they are coming into the classroom with a great deal of expectation that they will have even greater challenges when they get into the classroom with technology. As teachers, it is important that you get your comfort level up as quickly as possible and get ready to teach these students. We're ready to help you. EduTech is as well. That's what we do. And there are other programs that Tab mentioned at the beginning of the program to help with that. So, you know, don't feel like you're by yourself. We're here to help with all of those things. But also there's a lot of disparity between what the different students might come in with. Some kids have all kinds of opportunities and others have very little. So a teacher has a lot of challenges in that classroom to make sure that they are addressing the students where they start, you know, at whatever level. And the important thing to remember is that those students that are doing extremely well can become your helpers. And they love doing that. I hear from teachers all the time about those students that have become the helper within the classroom on computer science. So don't be afraid to ask the ones who know it really well to help the ones who don't. And then the last thing I'm going to talk about real briefly is for the North Dakota STEM ecosystem. We have an asset mapping project that's going on right now, and you can see the dots that are on the map already. If you are interested in telling us about a program, there is a survey that will be up on our website, ndstem.org, very soon that you can put that information in. We will also be posting this map, which will be interactive. This picture is not, but it will be interactive. So if you're looking for opportunities, whether it's as an educator or to show to your families or students, this map should really help to start to spread the word about wonderful opportunities across our state. Take it away, Tab.
Okay, so we also have, like as had mentioned before, we are the regional partners with code.org. And how my staff works is we have 7 different staff, actually 8, that are located around North Dakota, and they can go into school districts and, you know, teach these different courses. We also do regional courses, do lots of training at conferences. And now is the time, you know, it seems like we've been very fortunate to get some grant monies from North Dakota Department of Public Instruction. We just received one yesterday that any of these things are at no cost. And there's even room for stipends for teachers for different equipment that we can, microbits that we can provide for you, Bobots. And we have another grant from Cyber.org, and then Code.org has supplemental funding too. So if this is something that, you know, you want to pursue, just make sure you get a hold of us, because we can definitely make that happen. And I just put together some of the things that are highlighted for K-5. Of course, we do actually PK through 12 in our training, and we do work with pre-service teachers. So basically on this slide, it shows, you know, the CS fundamentals, you know, which you might be familiar with. That's K-5. And then exploring the curriculum and the tools and its basics right from the beginning. And when Beth talked about the hand-holding, that's definitely step by step is how, you know, this curriculum is laid out. And also talking about and experiencing and just going through and analyzing like the classroom management and teaching strategies with coding. Lots of really awesome lesson plans within this curriculum. And then, you know, show some dates and locations there. You can always go to our website, which is edutech.nodac.edu. And, you know, you can sign up for these different programs. And so that's CS fundamentals. And we also have CS fundamentals deep dive. So you have to take the first one in order to get to the second one. And that's another 8 hours of training, and K-5 again. And here are the dates and locations. This one delves a little bit more into the classroom management and the teaching strategies also. So just a little pitch for that. Now I'm going to talk really quickly about Cyber.org. As I mentioned, we were the first training partners back in 2018, and they have continued to provide us with training dollars. And it's interesting how people understand that. It's like, well, they're providing you with monies to train, but basically what it is, it's just providing it. It goes, we're like a pass through. It goes so that teachers can get it at no cost. So that's, and that's how we, you know, do our PD. And they also provide equipment dollars. So again, lots of opportunities here. One thing that Cyber.org helped our state with, and Code.org actually, was writing our computer science and cybersecurity K-12 standards. So that's something if you want to take a look at if you have not. Through our partnership with Code.org, I was fortunate enough to be accepted. There was a long application process to help with the national K-12 cybersecurity learning standards. And North Dakota has been, we're claiming, nobody has come in against us on this, but that we were the first to put computer science and cybersecurity standards at K-12 together. And we wrote those in less than a year, which is super fast. And so I got the opportunity to be on the national cybersecurity learning standards, and they were just released. So that's another thing to be looked out for. But when you look at this, this is actually needs to be updated. But at this time, you know, like it was about 2.5 years, we had 872 teachers that were, you know, trained in the cyber.org curriculum in North Dakota. And you can see the map there. It's the, you know, the purple ones are the most heavily saturated. And then there's some other statistics there talking about, you know, we did 42 different events, and then they have brought almost 143,000 of value as far as in technology. So I just wanted to make sure that I mentioned that. Let me move on to the next one here. So this is some of the things that we are offering now. And remember, if these don't fit into your schedules or your school schedules, we can always come and do, you know, different classes that are on different dates. So in November, we have March, you know, just different pieces coming up. It's science plus the curriculum. So this is the cyber.org side of the house here, and then 16 hours of training. And these all feed into, there's a computer science credential out there, and that DPI and that they have approved. So you can look for that on the DPI, North Dakota Department of Public Instruction website. And we are approved to utilize these two curriculums to go towards, so that you can get your computer science, you know, credentials. And I just put up here real quick, just so you can kind of see, again, this is all on their website, but there's level 3, level 2, and level 1. And we basically stick in the level 3, level 2. So level 3 is 15 hours and will prepare you to begin to teach, K-8 computer science is basically, so taking these different instructional pieces would prepare you for that. And again, we're here for questions and we can get you the answer if we don't know, but that's what the level 3 entails. Level 2 is 40 hours of training required. And then this is what, if you're, moving up, like let's say you were teaching K5, but you moved up to 7-8, this would be, I just thought I would put that in here so you can see the 2 levels. Yeah, and the advanced placement for computer science principles is in there from code.org. So I'll kind of glean over that one since you guys, this is K5, but I wanted to put that in there just so you get a look at that. And then there is a level 1, and that's college connection. Basically, when they get their, computer science degrees, it would be the level 1. And I do want to say too that when if you take some of the level 3 trainings and you get up to 15 hours, and let's say in your course through your life you wanted to take some courses at Bismarck State College, what we teach actually counts. We just forged this partnership, so that counts at Bismarck State College at what they're just rolling out with their computer science, some of their new computer science degrees. So that's another thing to look at. And here we have the courses that are available through the credential, and it just shows the different opportunities: cyber society, computational thinking. We also have a Minecraft in education course that we provide. Again, the computer science fundamentals, deep dives, all those pieces there. So just wanted to give you kind of an encompassing piece. And if you look at the ones with the stars by them, those are also eligible for CTE endorsements. So that's another piece to this. So Beth, anything I missed that you want to talk about?
We whipped through it pretty quickly there, Tab, but it is already 2:55. So I think we've said all we can say.
Okay, so I'm going to say really quick, I know I'm not supposed to do this, but CSforAll, we're investigating that. We have that grant from DPI. I talked about BSC. We have a Ignite ND June 6th through the 8th next summer that we had over 150 educators out this past summer, computer science, cybersecurity training. Awesome time, great connections. And then I assume we're going to be sharing these PowerPoints, but I don't know. So if you want to take a screenshot of this, you sure can, or you look for EduTech ND, North Dakota Gateway to Science, North Dakota STEM Ecosystem. And then here's our contact information. And I guess we better get back to the group. Thank you. And if you have any questions, please, let us know. Just go ahead and email both of us or either of us, and we will do our best to get you the answer.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.